Fluent readers are not sounding out every single word. A major difference between struggling readers and fluent readers is automaticity. Strong readers are not painfully sounding out every single word one by one forever. Instead, their brains begin recognizing many spelling patterns and words automatically through repeated decoding practice over time. This is called orthographic mapping. And honestly, this is where many struggling readers get and stay stuck. Some children never fully develop efficient decoding systems, so reading continues feeling slow, exhausting, and mentally draining much longer than it should or is supposed to. Now, fluent readers still decode unfamiliar words when needed, but common words and spelling patterns eventually become automatic. However, a major problem that I see over and over again, especially and surprisingly from teachers, from school curriculum, from some of the research that is out there, is that adults kind of expect kids to start with automaticity instead of having that be an end result of proper decoding skills. What I mean by this is first grade, we start really ramping up the sight words, the flashcards, and the memorization. For the most part, English is a very hard language to learn. However, for the most part, the phonics is going to repeat over and over and over again. In second grade, we start getting into the not so black and white phonics, but that is our last level of phonics before complete fluency. So when we skip over a lot of the a little bit more advanced phonics concepts in first grade, like learning all 6 syllable types, post the kindergarten CVC word blending, that's kind of where it all falls apart. So decoding is always going to be step 1. Learning all of the phonics rules, not just the kindergarten ones, is going to be necessary first, or that automaticity is never going to be built. The automaticity is incredibly important because it frees up brain power for comprehension, critical thinking, vocabulary, and then understanding the text overall. And then second grade, getting into a lot more, we call it flowery language, where they're going to not just see dialogue, but they're going to see a lot more comparisons, a lot more analogies, metaphors, similes, and seeing things written in a way that aren't supposed to be taken literally. So if a child is using all of their mental energy just trying to figure out individual words, comprehension usually suffers too. And this is where fluency matters so much. Yes, fluency is great to hurry up, get through the book, feel good about yourself so it doesn't take 2 hours to read a 30-page book. But fluency is not just reading fast. That's not the only concept going on here. Fluency is accurate, efficient reading with understanding. When I have parents come into an assessment, and if the issue is comprehension, the issue actually isn't comprehension at all. If fluency is a problem, if comprehension is a problem, those are simply symptoms of the actual skill gap. The skill gap is going to be the phonics and the decoding. Follow for literacy and child development support. And if you want to know exactly where your child's reading strengths and gaps are, book a reading assessment through the link in my profile.